we're going to do a little Q&A while I put on my makeup. One question I did get, we're just going to jump right into it. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name's Mare. I like to make videos about lifestyle, mental health, just, you know, everyday survival. I've had this YouTube channel now for 12, 13 years. And so you can go back and really see my 30s all encompassed. I started this channel when I was on maternity leave with my son Thomas, who's now 12, and I was at that point doing morning radio, and I basically was worried I was going to forget how to talk. So I started this, and we're still here. I stopped doing that morning show in 2016, started my own business, helping other businesses with their social media. 2020, she went back to school, and now I am a social worker and I work as a therapist in private practice. That's me in a nutshell. Hi, hello. This year I turned 40 and I got married. And today I'm going to sit down and answer some of the questions that I solicited from you on Instagram and also in the Marathoner Facebook group. You can find links to both down below. I got asked like what my skincare is. I've already done it, but I thought I would just quickly show you. I like the Ordinary products, one, because they're good to my skin, and two, they are quite cost effective, aka inexpensive. I use the Ordinary's Squalane Cleanser. And then I go in with the So Luxury Apple Cider Tonic. And then for my eye bags, the Caffeine Solution Serum from The Ordinary as well. And I use The Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum over my entire face. And then usually I have been using the La Roche-Posay like liquid sunscreen basically, but I ran out of it, so I'm currently just using Stuff Up. This is the Nivea Nourishing Day Cream SPF 15, and here we are. So I also thought, because I got a lot of questions to show what makeup I did for my wedding, because I did my own hair and makeup, so I thought I'll talk you through that while answering other questions while I do my makeup. So what I did basically is we got married August 23rd in Vegas, as one does, and so I knew it was going to be super hot and sweaty, so I spent like July basically practicing makeup and doing research on what would help my makeup stay. So the first thing that I started using is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and I definitely can tell you that the makeup that I did lasted like 12 hours before I had to touch it up. So I was pretty proud of myself because it was hot. And then I was also in like, you know, a multi-layered wedding gown and stressed. Actually, when we were in the ceremony, there was twice where I actually thought I was about to pass out because it was so hot. And when we booked the chapel last year, they called me to confirm and they're like, do you have any questions? I was like, how's your air conditioning? Like, people say it's too cold. I was like, perfect. Yeah, so I just kind of like played around with stuff and also wanted to use the stuff I already had for makeup, or if I was going to purchase new stuff, I didn't want to spend a lot. Like, lot of my goal for this wedding was on a budget. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the questions that I screenshotted. So this asked skincare routine, which you've seen. It's basically the same at night, except instead of this, I use a facial oil from So Luxury, and instead of this, I use the Nivea like thick cream that comes in that blue tin, which I've already shown you earlier this month. And then top favorite places in Vegas. Great question. The foundation I used is the Matte Poreless Maybelline Fit Me foundation. Okay, so favorite places in Vegas. So many great questions, so many great options. We stayed at the Vidara, which we had stayed at before, and I have stayed a few places in Vegas, and that by far is my favorite. I love it because it doesn't have a casino, so you walk into the hotel and you basically walk up to the front desk, or you can walk right up to the elevators like any regular hotel. You don't have to walk through a smoky casino for 10-15 minutes just to find your elevator. So that I really like. It's got a great pool, but it's not a party atmosphere, which this will not surprise you. That's not my vibe. That's my favorite hotel. For food, oh my god, we randomly stumbled upon this place called Ike's Sandwiches. It's in not the one in Planet Hollywood, the other mall that's on the Strip. It's in their food court. We just randomly found it a few years ago when we were in Vegas, when we just needed lunch. It has the best sandwiches, to the point where I was ordering it on Uber Eats in the cab as we were leaving the airport when we first got there. It's so good. What other places? We had our wedding reception dinner at Nacho Daddy, which we had been to multiple times. We also really like that. That is in, I think that one's in Planet Hollywood. It's like a Mexican restaurant, super chill. I'm gonna have to look up the name of this restaurant because I can't remember. It's called Crossroads. Crossroads is the premier fine dining 100% plant-based restaurant in the country, and it's in Resorts World, which is that new hotel. It was like having a 5-star fine dining experience, but all plant-based. It was so delicious and so fun. What else? I'm like drawing a blank. Well, I saw RuPaul's Drag Race when we were there. 10 out of 10 recommend that show. It's playing at the Flamingo. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I really like. I'm not a big like shopping. I really just like to relax when I go to Vegas. I'm not going clubbing again, surprise, surprise. I like to see a show. I like to walk around. I like to get my steps in. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Those are sort of like, that's favorite food, favorite things to do. Definitely to go see shows. And then, ooh, I really like for gambling, like I do like to play the machines and stuff. I really liked going to the Park MGM casino because it's smoke free. And after, you know, multiple days in Vegas, it was very welcomed to be able to not have to sit in a smoke-filled casino. Yeah, okay, so those are some of the faves. I'd love to know your faves. What is your favorite, ultimate, most decadent coffee shop order? Probably nothing exciting because I don't consume dairy. So, like so much of, you know, specifically Starbucks is dairy. I used to really love a peppermint mocha, chef's kiss, but now I'm pretty boring. I like get an Americano with coconut milk, or a flat white with coconut milk, or a shaken espresso with, guess what, coconut milk. I'm not very exciting in that. What are you looking forward to in 2024? Okay, for eyebrows, I had bought the e.l.f. Instant Lift brow pencil, and then I had promptly forgotten it when we packed. So thank goodness I had packed the NARS Laguna bronzer to do bronzer on my face. So I just used this for my brows. I'll just use it again today. Good times. We did not pack, we did not check bags when we went to Vegas for our wedding. How impressed are you? We each had 2 outfits for our wedding day. It was like one of my greatest accomplishments of our wedding. Besides keeping it a secret and doing things that we wanted. That was such an accomplishment. I need to actually look at these in a mirror. If you see me looking over here, it's just because I'm watching Thomas on the screen. Okay, I think we're good. What am I looking forward to in 2024? This is what I've been saying. I would love it if at December 2024, my girlfriends and I get together, or I'm reflecting with you and we talk about it and I say, wasn't that a boring year? Wasn't she boring? I would like low and slow. I would like to relax, like to lean into really taking care of my health, my sleep, my rest, my movement, getting fresh air, food, like all that kind of stuff. Honestly, a lot of that went by the wayside while I was in school and then the back half of 2023 after we lost my mom. This is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow, just to set them in place. Yeah. But what am I looking forward to in 2024? Our honeymoon, which someone asked, where are we going? Which I think I forgot to tell you. We're going to Hawaii for a week. Can you Adam and Eve it? And my sister and brother-in-law are gonna be here to stay at our house and watch Thomas. God bless him. This is also e.l.f. This is their putty blush. I wanted to have something that would, like, you know, stay on my face. Give me a little glow. Not that that was really hard because we was Vegas in August. Yeah, so we're going to Hawaii for a week. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we booked, wow, this looks very aggressive on camera. It is hopefully not that aggressive in real life. We booked Palm Springs for spring break. That's really exciting. And I'm going to see my niece at her college, going for a little weekend auntie-niece trip. This is also e.l.f. the Perfect Finish HD powder, which I would normally put on before my blush, but I'm distracted. So I'm really excited to see her and like see her place, you know, just like her life in college. Yeah, so that I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to like building my practice. I am so in love with my work and my job. I love it so much. So honestly, just in basically like enjoying the fruits of our labor that we've worked so hard to get to here now. I'm looking forward to Thomas's health being stable. Let's put that out into the universe. Okay, that really toned it down. This is actually a tip I saw on a reel recently, was once you do your blush to do a little powder over it to like help it. My niece is graduating and we're gonna go to that, which is very special to be invited and involved. Yeah, I just want to take, like, I just want to lean into, like I said, what we've worked so hard for, to just enjoy it. Spend time with my husband, spend time with my son, my friends. This is just the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. I don't use this on a regular basis. I'm just trying to remember what I used for the wedding. This is not sponsored by e.l.f. obviously. I just find e.l.f. is a very high quality brand, easily accessible, and very like affordable, which is why I lean towards it. Okay, then for my like eyeshadow for the wedding, honestly, I just went with like whatever palettes I had, and I just continually played with doing eyeshadow throughout the summer because I was very out of practice wearing makeup because as a student, I wasn't wearing much at all. I kind of got out of it. So then I started enjoying playing with makeup again. So nothing in particular. I just kind of took a couple palettes and then, you know, built it to make it look sparkly, etc. Okay, next question. What trends in mental health are you seeing through your work? Are there standout challenges? Obviously, I can't talk specifics, but trends, I'm seeing a lot of loneliness. I truly believe we are in a lonely epidemic. We think we're connected. We're like the most falsely connected we've ever been, but we're not actually building real in-person connection, which is vital as a human. I'm also seeing people who are now starting to want to process what happened globally in 2020, 2021, 2022. People who, you know, were forced to make choices that maybe they wouldn't have, or lost connections with friendships because everyone was like making different choices. I'm seeing that for sure. Like, what just happened in the last 4 or 5 years, that's what I'm seeing people wanting to process. But yeah, loneliness. One trend I'm seeing that I'm actually like very impressed with is, I mean, obviously I would be seeing this as a therapist, is like, I just love seeing people wanting to come in and work on their mental health. Like, it's so inspiring to me to see like anyone of any age. I've had clients in their teens and then clients all the way to their 70s. Like, it's very inspirational to me. Oh, I can't see that. Great. Yeah, so those are sort of the trends that I'm seeing. Are there any standout challenges? Like loneliness, trying to make friends. Like, how do you make friends in 2024 as an adult? Please actually comment down below, because I would love to give advice and like tips and tricks and stuff, because it's so flipping hard, especially because we're all isolated, like so many of us. I would love to know. This is nice. I'd love to see a tour of your favorite places in your town. I live in South Africa and Canada feels exotic. That's a great question. What's something you did at Christmas as a kid that you still do every year? Watch Muppets Christmas Carol for sure. Best Christmas memories as a kid? I'll give you kid and then also adult. My childhood, I was very blessed with parents who like gave me the magic of Christmas, and I guess my older siblings too, because they were much older than me. You know, allowing me to have it. I don't want to say too much in case there's like people in the room, but like just the magic of Christmas was so wonderful, and I'm very grateful for that. Also, growing up, I went to church, and we would always go to the evening Christmas Eve church service as a family. It was like the one day a year my dad would come to church with us. And this will probably come as no surprise to anyone, I was usually in the play or like doing a reading or something. So obviously I liked that. I feel like I gave myself a black eye on this side. It's just the light. See, it's actually fine. It's just how the shadow's hitting it here. There we go. I was confused and worried for a second. And then as an adult, a few years ago in 2019, we orchestrated surprising my mom and bringing my niece home for Christmas without her knowing. That was in a vlog in 2019, and it was so magical. Hold on, I'm gonna run out of space, one sec. It was so magical to be able to surprise my mom like that. So we lied to her and told her that we were going to pick up the unicorns mom from the airport, but we weren't. We were going to pick up my niece, and like everyone cried and my mom was so happy, and I like was like proud of my niece for wanting to do that because it was her idea. It was so magical. So those for sure. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury Fake Awake. I cheat for a little, make your eyes brighter. The e.l.f. makeup setting spray. Surprise nobody, that's what we use. My fiance and I are eloping next year. Tips, advice, please. Why does this look so dark? I just need to look at it in my phone for 1 second. No, we're totally fine. It's just the light. Okay. Oh my God. First of all, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Second of all, great choice. Mascara, the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. This, you know her, we love her. And then I also put on a layer of the CoverGirl waterproof just to seal it in on the old wedding day for sweat and tears and things. I didn't wear false lashes. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maybe I'll just use this as my mirror. Nope. Sorry, hold on. I'm just gonna do my mascara and then I'll talk to you. I also did not show you my adorable sweater today. Is Thomas coming up here? No, we're good. Okay, then for lips, I use the Fenty Beauty Cream Gloss in 02, the Fenty Glow. This is my absolute favorite lip color. I love it. It's like, I feel like I can wear it day to day, but then it also like looked really nice in pictures. There we go. I love the original gloss, which you've heard me talk about a lot. This one's just a little bit different. So I think that's it for like wedding makeup. Obviously this is not the exact same look because my eyebrows were much more, my eyeshadow was much more dramatic and I had bronzer and all the things. Quickly, for hair, I just started watching YouTube videos like super easy updos for beginners, and then I would practice, and then I would send like my friends and my niece photos, and then they would be like, yowzas. And then I found one that worked for me and I really loved, and I loved the look of it and I felt confident doing it, and so then I just practiced it and practiced it. I also bought like a huge multi-pack of hair bits. Like if you've seen our wedding photos, you can see there's like little pearls and stuff in my hair. It was like, I think a pack of 100 off Amazon for like less than 20 bucks. I will link it down below. It was great quality. I was shocked. And then I just figured like we would just shove stuff in and that would make anything look good. It also came with like a pearl crown, which I didn't end up wearing, but lots of good options. There was one that's like a comb with a big thing, which I loved too, so that was a lot. There was a lot of like Amazon purchases for the wedding. My cape, that beautiful like pearl encrusted cape, less than $30 on Amazon. Can you believe it? Yeah. So I guess that would be a tip for your elopement, dear marathoner, is like, I don't know, what's your priority, like what's super important to you, and then what other things aren't as important. Like for us, you know, we booked a chapel that was beautiful, that filmed it and took like 15 photos. That was gonna be sufficient for us. We're like, how many pictures does one person need? And then one of our guests, who's a professional photographer, surprised us, and then she took photos, and that was like her gift to us for our wedding present. Those are all the photos you've seen. Her pictures are so magical and we're so grateful for them. But like my dress, I would have been thrilled to buy it on consignment. I bought it online for cheap. I'll just be reselling it for sure. Like I said, Amazon, the hair bits, my pearl heels were beautiful. I got on clearance at a shoe store for like $18. Things that were important to us were like, he really wanted to get married in his uniform. We wanted to elope, and that was kind of it. And it needed to be as like stress-free as possible, because you know our life. So, you know, booking for us, like the chapel included the minister, the limo, the photos, the videographer. They took care of the wedding license, obviously the chapel itself, the bouquet, his boutonniere. There was like a place for me to get ready. So like it just tick, 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 and like one price. You hear Thomas? Okay, I'm gonna pause and go hang out with Thomas for a few minutes before he leaves, and then I'll finish. Okay, back to your question about elopement. Pick what's important to you to spend the money on, focus on that, and then see like what you don't mind being budget friendly with. Like I said, for me it was, I mean, his uniform was free because he already had it. Then we each had outfits for the night. That sparkly, spangly little number I wore in the evening was $50 on Amazon. And I bought it in a rainbow sequin for the night I went to see RuPaul. Hair and makeup, I did myself, like I mentioned. We just wanted to do things our way. And don't be worried about other people's opinions or like how they're going to react. If they love you, they will be thrilled that you did what was best for you. And if they're mad that they like weren't invited to your wedding because they wanted to party, or you know, they just wanted to celebrate you, like we did a dinner a few months later here because our friends were like, you know, we want to celebrate you, we want to do something. This one piece of hair I think wants to be over there. We'll just let her, which I love. You know, not one person gave us shit for eloping. If anyone was mad about it, they kept it to themselves. Like, I just want you to do what's best for you. I think, you know, when we first booked it, we weren't gonna tell anyone and we weren't gonna invite anyone. And then unbeknownst to me, the unicorn texted my best friend, invited her, and texted his best friend and invited him. And then came to me and was like, I think we should have a few people there, because he was like, I don't want you to have to do this alone. My hair is like out of control today. This is what air drying looks like. He's like, I don't want you to be alone. And it was amazing. It was so nice to have a few friends there to like, you know, help me with my hair and makeup and like celebrate and share in that joy with us. And also, I will say, in doing a destination wedding in Vegas, we made it like very clear this is not a group trip. Like, we are not expecting you to spend 5 straight days with us. I sent out a little itinerary of like optional activities that we had planned and booked and paid for. But we said to everyone, like, come, don't come. There's absolutely no pressure. And we also wrote in there, like, these are the huge chunks of time where we're busy or like where we're not available. Because for me, it would have been very stressful to have everyone asking me like, what are we doing? What should I do now? Like, I didn't want to be responsible for anyone except myself on that trip. Like, I just knew that. So we said that over and over again. So other people like booked dinners, they booked shows, they went to parties. It was fantastic. And then the little things what we did have, everyone came to, which was great. But I think that worked really well. And then also, like, we were mindful that these people were spending their own money to go to Vegas, and we didn't want to like take over their entire trip. Like, go have fun, do what you want to do. And then that also like takes pressure off of yourself. Learn how to say no. Even though you're eloping, you are the bride or the groom or whatever your title is. And like, don't let the fact that you're eloping confuse people that it's not still like a lot of work and a lot of stress and pressure. Like, my husband had to say that to me a few times, like, you're the bride, why is someone asking you to do X, Y, and Z? And I was like, right. So just like very clear with your boundaries. Yeah, if you've eloped, like, leave your tips down below. Yeah, I think that's my advice. Like, just do what feels good to you, and the people who love you and like support your relationship and your marriage will just be happy for you. You know, like, I think it was my sister who said, like, I'm just excited to be part of your marriage and your future. Like, I don't need to be there for the wedding. Like, I support you that way, which I really took to heart and really loved. And then it's also really fun to just like drop a photo in a group chat when you're married, which is what we did. Or like when we just put that photo on Facebook. I think some people, like some of my friends, were pissed that they hadn't been told until they found out that like virtually no one had been told. then they were okay with it. And if they weren't, they never told me. Ooh, do you have a memorable gift you received when you were a kid or as an adult? This is for Christmas. I distinctly remember maybe in the 2nd or 3rd grade getting my first stereo. Ooh, with like the old school ones that it was like the thing in the middle and then the speakers that you could move even though they were still connected. That would have been my first like CD player. I vividly remember that being a huge deal. And I kept that until I probably graduated from BCIT. And then my graduation present from my mom was a new stereo. Like, I can remember my small little Fisher-Price record player when I was like 6. I've always had music on in my room, so that was a huge deal. Is that it? Those were the questions. We got through all the questions. Wow, this was a long video. This is 3 clips. Big chunks for me to edit. But I love answering your questions. I love watching Q&A videos, like just having them on in the background while I cook or clean, or like I listened to one this morning while I was in the shower. So I love these kinds of videos. I hope you enjoyed it. If I didn't answer a question that you would like me to, feel free to leave it down below and I will do my best if it's something that I'm comfortable answering. I think that's it. For some reason, I feel like there's other questions that I have been asked along the way. Anyway, thanks for watching today's Vlogmas video. I have no idea what number it is, but I'm gonna edit this today. So if you're watching it the day that it's released, hi, hello. I am filming it on the day that it's coming out, and I'll see you in the next one, which is going to be, spoiler alert, a tour of my new office. So thanks for watching. Take care. Remember, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Just a good look at the aftermath of filming that video. What? Oh my God. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.